Welcome to the 8th edition of World Intellectual Property Forum.
Hello everyone. I would like to thank WIPF Forum team first at the to give me this opportunity to say something in relation to IP, which is one of my core area of research, and I'm very happy to share one of the most pertinent and influencing factor in relation to IP of in this platform. And with that, let me introduce myself. Myself, Dr. Jayanta Ghosh. I'm working as a research fellow at the Center for Regulatory Studies, Governance and Public Policy at WBNUJS, which is one of the nodal research center of this university. So let's start with my topic. What I thought, as I'm working on specifically on academics, so I thought it would be very prominent to say the influencing factors in relation to intellectual property in academia. So I would like to highlight this presentation or dedicated to this presentation to the entire community of academics, industry, and how far we can accept this influence in this intellectual property world. So with that, there are few influencing factors, but as per my understanding, I divided it two in relation to one scientific, one is legal. So at the outset, this scientific, how I can relate this scientific into a academic aspect. Suppose these days we are when we are producing a research paper, we are looking for lot of tools, technological aspects, which one side helping us, one side destroying our creativity. So which is most and foremost important criteria for intellectual property. But this technological influence is losing or destroying our creative mind. For example, if we say, if we take any kind of paraphrasing tools, then in that case we can we are very prone to make this paraphrasing tool in our or implement in our academic work, research work. And in other way, the second factor, that legal one, it how it influence as an in academic world, because every university, every legal institution has its own IP policy, which is more on variety of regulation as per their convenient. These are the different terms and conditions as per their uh, as per their own will they are setting up it. So these two influencing factors is most foremost criteria for this academic world. What we know already that intellectual property is a creation of mind, but the thing is that this influencing factors, how this disputes comes, all we know about this DU copyright infringement case, the Xerox machines case, that happened. And I don't want to discuss it more because everyone knows about it. So with that dispute, so how far we can accept these academic policies, copyright related works, And with that, there are few policies in this, I can share. This academia edu copyright policy is different from the researchgate policy. So this platforms, as we know that these platforms is most prominent and most important for the academicians, and we are frequently using these platforms for our proficiency, or for our promotions also in one sense. So this industry is also taking this help of this platforms. And this academic is not only based on this, and along with that, what we are using in our computers, this genuine windows or pirated windows, all these are related with the academic world. And this kind of lectures, this kind of deliberations, when we are uploading it in YouTube, there also we have to face some kind of hue and cry situation, because every time we cannot claim copyright, because a platform has its own terms and conditions, so we have to comply. As a small academician or bigger academician, whatever you can say, we have to comply with that every platform. And with that, what is the importance in IP and research is very prominent and uh, very much related to each other, where R&D is most important in every laboratory of intellectual property which supports that R&D. And along with that, academics has its own importance. With that, in same aspects is in teaching, when we are using the third party materials. So that time, as we are commonly using this every materials of different persons, where from we are searching, because with the help of technology, different platforms from different platforms, Hein Online, WIPS, and other platforms also, those who are providing us this third party materials. So are we doing the right thing, whether when we are applying or using that third party materials? This is totally a gray area to use, because the use, proper use and fair use, so to say fair use in terms of copyright issues, fair use, how far we are doing, this is very much important and prominent. And in that case, as we all of you are know, that exemption clause, yes, exemption clause is there. But this exemption clause, how far we can accept that exemption clause, this fair dealing, educational purposes, everything is okay. But don't you think this exemption clause is giving us a relaxation to not to use our mind, not to use our creativity? Because less creation, less production, someday it will vanish, this IP creation of mind. So with that, there are a few privileges we are always using, this professor's privilege, institutional privilege, as per their IP policy is concerned. Definitely we are using these privileges, but this privileges, how far we can accept, this is very debatable issue. And these days students and IP ownership is very prominent, and debate of this fraternity, this academic industry is facing a lot of problems because of this ownership issues. Because while I was in PG or UG, when I produced this some of my papers or patent, whatever, that time I have to give the ownership to my institute. So this kind of or where presently I am working, where I have to where I am producing papers or patent, whatever, in relation to IP, I have to give the acknowledgement or the ownership to my institute. So in this case, this influencing factors is more related to IP. With that, there are some, how why this is happening, because of the basic value and ideological aspects in relation to copyright. There are four things: one is individualism, commodification, and reward, and consumerism. So these four aspects of copyright is very prominent area in relation to IP, while we are using it in academics. So along with that, there are three aspects of copyright. This is philosophical aspects, legal aspects, and functional aspects, which is the supporting aspects, where when we are producing our work. And in relation to that philosophical aspects, yeah, we are always claiming our creativity, which supports by idea expression dichotomy and its originality and fixation. These three things: creativity, originality, and fixation, which in altogether combines one aspect. This is idea expression dichotomy in relation to copyright. Yeah, how far we can claim that from idea to expression? Yeah, everyone we knows about that, from idea to expression, this aspects is very much important, because idea is not at all copyrightable, where expression is expression is copyrightable item. So here I shows one of the examples from idea to expression, this journey. So you can see this in my slides, no problem with that. And the main important aspects: rights of the copyright owner. What are the disputed areas? Well, we are reproduction, and modification, adaptation, distribution, and public performance. And these rights is the most important aspects, where every time every disputes is comes because of this right violation. And who are the stakeholders? We are the stakeholders, as a faculty, as a publisher, as a university and librarian, and so to say public, who are using this academic stuffs. And in this, the what is most important: access to information. Yeah, it's this is the digital age, so no, it's not an issue for accessing all the information. But what are the main criteria, what are the main concern for this issue? These are the availability and quality of each and every works. Yes, ip is a creation of mind, but the thing is that if it is doesn't qualify in patent or copyright or trademark, whatever, then it has no value. In another aspect, this privacy, this is a trade secret, whatever, this know-how, and simplicity and clarity in the legal regime. So these are the four concerns where the technological impact is more, facing issues in relation to this reproduction, distribution, and compression. So all these stuffs is combined with one thing: what is fair use? Yes, in different countries has its own different connotation, but there is no specific definition. But in relation to academic industry, yes, fair use is always backed by the fair exemption clause. A fair exemption clause. And with that fair use, there is four things: one is purpose, nature, amount, and marketing. These four things is the four factor analysis for to determining the fair use. And in relation to copyright infringement, where we can see this plagiarism story. Yeah, plagiarism, there are a lot of softwares are available who are producing the similarity report and giving us a proper diameter for to determine that what is plagiarism, what is not plagiarism. But they are providing the similarity report, whether your work is similar to others or not. So in this, there's two things: one is moral, one is legal. So when this two things is combined with one pie diagram, then in between this specific area, work will be considered as copyrightable work. So this plagiarism story is continuously going on in our academic world, because this plagiarism is most one of the most component to satisfy your academic supervisor or professor, whoever it is. It may be it may be your institution also. This plagiarism work you cannot consider, or no one is considering. So in this, there is another aspect. This is creative commons, where within quote and unquote all rights reserves to some rights reserves. Yes, I am producing some work. How far I can share? There are few licensing which is available to every publisher. They are taking the sign or undertaking from the authors, from the creators, from the inventors. By signing these kind of different creative commons licenses, this work is available for the general public, from all right reserves to few rights reserves. So, and another most important aspect is public domain work. Yeah, when the copyright is over, like Rabindranath Tagore works and Shakespeare's works, these works are is available in public domain. Yes, for academic world, academic, it's very important, while taking all this public domain work. So in this aspect, so this public domain work is one of the supporting factor, where we are not at all taking the consideration of exemptions. And with that, I'm just posing one warning of new trend. While using our created work or to share with the general public in this two platform, two or three platform, whatever is available to you, uh, just to verify, it's very important to verify each and every copyright policy of that, of that specific platform, wherever you are sharing. It's in researchgate, it's in YouTube, wherever. Because or else you will lose your IP, intellectual property. With that, thank you all, and thanks to WIPF team to giving me this opportunity to say something. And with that, thank you.